This brand made $24 million last year and is going to make $48 million this year. And I do breakdowns with members of my community Ecom Accelerator where I show them how to build successful brands and what they've done to make it successful. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing exactly that with you. Now, let's get into it. I'll show you a brand projected to do $48 million this year. By their metrics, they did $24 million last year. Now, I found this brand through a friend of mine, Ari, and he made a video about it, and I'm like, oh shit. So I dug deeper into it, and I'd like to share with you why this brand is successful, right? So I'm just going to share my screen real quick so you can see the documents that I made. And it is mainly within this documents that I've made in the past. So this is Graza, the $48 million olive oil brand. Now, I want you to understand something, right? We've spoken about this before in past calls, and I said for you to be successful with branding, you just have to innovate better and create something that's better than what is already in the market and kind of like stand out, right? So now, olive oil is not something new. Olive oil is something that is as old as man itself, right? But how exactly is a brand doing this and why are they so successful, right? Now, I'm going to share, okay, so I'm going to stop sharing the document first and then show you their actual website. Stop share screen and show their website. Good. So now this is their website, right? This is graza.co. Now look at this. This is it's such a sexy way to sell a commodity. It's such a nice way to sell a product that anyone can just walk into the store and buy. Like, first off, the appeal. I think this appeals more to the Gen Z audience than anyone else, right? And there are so many things that I'm going to talk about when it comes to this product that I feel is going to make this something that you can also replicate or something that you can do when it comes to your own brand. Now, first off, they have the subscription model. If you see this, if you buy two sets, you get to pay $69 one time purchase. But if you subscribe, you get to save, right? Instead of this is it's so fucking insane how good the branding is. Now they have in cans and then they have in squeeze bottles, right? So you can either buy in refill cans or you can buy in squeeze bottles. Plus, if your frequency of purchase, which is something that I also shared with you guys earlier, that your frequency of purchase will determine how much money your brand is worth and how much money you can make from every customer over time. So if you choose frequency two every 2 months, you can also change it to every 3 months. So you're literally giving the customer or the consumer a reason to want to come back, right? Plus, I mean, this is a product that you would continuously use, and I feel like you can finish if you're someone who uses olive oil. Now, I'm not someone who consumes olive oil, but people who use olive oil are continuously using it. So you're building the habit of that purchase into them, right? Now, these are their product images, and this looks very, very crisp. Now, obviously, for you who's starting out, you may not have like the marketing budgets in the beginning to take dope or highly produced or highly effective pictures like this. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but I'm just what is this person's micro quick? Don't mic off. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I do not know, but I'm also just sharing with you something that they are doing that is really, really appealing. Now, if you spend over $100, you get 15% off. Like you get 15% off plus free shipping if you buy 3 sets, and then they also give you the option to buy 6 sets, which is so insane. This way, they are not just increasing customer lifetime value, they are also increasing the frequency of the purchase when it comes to the product. Someone's mic is unmuted. Let me just quickly mute it. Okay, it is muted now. Uh, they are increasing the customer lifetime value with giving you the option to make more than one purchase, right? Plus, they are giving you an incentive to subscribe to the brand. And they are also giving you a reason to come back and buy again every month. Now, once this is automated, if you choose the subscription and decide to go with every month your card is going to automatically get charged and you will get it sent to your address once you check out. It's just crazy when I think about it that this is such a cool way to sell an old product. This is such a very, very cool branding. And I'm going to go over, different things that I observed about the brand. But I mean, just look at the website. Would you believe it's literally an olive oil that is being sold with this? It's the same way. I don't know if you know the water brand, Liquid Death, took something that isn't exciting, something that is very, very boring, and they literally took it and sold it in a way that people are going crazy about, right? And it's just mind blowing. When I saw Ari talk about it, I'm like, holy shit, I need to share this with members of my community, right? So now let me go back to the documents that I prepared and highlight the different points that I would like to share with you. So share screen and then Phoenix watches. Boom. Okay, so the first thing is the options to buy more and subscription based to increase average customer spend. See, in this game of ours, when it comes to building an e-commerce brand, the most important thing that you must understand is you want to spend less and make more. Now, of course, the person who spends the most and has a better system, better delivery, better operations, will obviously make a lot more money than anyone else. But if you could drive down your cost per acquisition, which is cost it takes you to acquire a customer, and you can increase how much customers spend with you, and you can also increase the frequency of that purchase, trust me, you will have a business that does numbers, has sellable value, and also has like a cult like audience that buys from you. But honestly, it's still like much of a mind fuck when you think of how they've taken a regular product and just turned it into something that is super cool, something that is kind of like Instagram worthy content, something that you will look at and go, shit, I want to share this, right? Because let's probably, okay, then I'll just go straight to this. Then they have superior branding that makes them stand out from the crowd. They did this, and I think it is very, very cool. The fact that they are doing this on the website, which is something I'll still share, but uh, they are comparing themselves versus the rest, right? They are doing a us versus them. And I've told you about this in previous calls that if you're able to show what makes you different from the rest of the market, what separates you from the rest of the market, and that boils down to like your branding, the way you talk, your mission statement, your vision statement, and then creating an enemy. The same way we have, Marvel versus DC when it comes to movies, the same way we have PlayStation versus Xbox, the same way we have Pepsi versus Coca Cola. This and more is something that you can replicate when it comes to your own brand that you're building and give people a reason to stick with you because the more you are able to stand for something or against something, the more attractive you are to the people who stand with you and stand by you versus the people who could care less to check out what you have to say, right? And how do you get that done? Through your messaging, through your branding, and also through how you communicate. And this brand is such a way to, take a old product and turn it into a new thing that people will rave about. So now let's go back on their website and let me dive deeper into it. So they go into the details about what the 500 ml is like, what the 750 ml is like. And the fact that the way they even named it, drizzle sizzle, is it's just like super chic, super cute. I feel like a lot of thoughts, and this is what I was saying, right? There's one of you, Dave, who I was talking to, and I told him that when you're starting a brand, have like the plans ahead of time. So when you launch it, it makes it so easy for you to just go out there and win. I feel like a lot of thoughts went into creating this brand, and they put in the proper process. So now that they launched the brand, it's super successful, right? They give you the option to buy as a gift and send to multiple addresses, which is another way they can use to increase how much they make per customer. Because not only are they giving you three, like there are literally so many touch points on here that is making this such a big um, average order value. They are using this to increase how much you spend. They are using this to increase the frequency of the purchase. They are using this to sell you on which type to buy, right? And these are called quantity breakers, by the way. You use quantity breakers to get people to buy more of same thing, right? And now the fact that they are giving you an option for you to buy not just for yourself but also send to multiple addresses, it's insane. Because when you think about it, people who use something are almost likely to have people who do that around them, right? I have a community where I'm documenting how I'm taking Phoenix watches to the $100 million mark. So if you're interested in learning from me, being a fly on the wall to see how we're building a company to $100 million and how you can also build your brand to the $100 million mark, then definitely you should check out the pinned comment of this video. No, you're not really giving the customer too much option. You're just helping them make a decision ahead of time. You are helping them avoid the decision fatigue, right? And in this instance, it's just you deciding that the people who come to your brand to make the purchase, you want them to increase how much they spend with you on average. That's literally it. So in this instance, they are giving you more reasons to spend with them. Giving too much options will be maybe you're selling like different products and you are bombarding people with different products. In this instance, it's just one product, but giving them more quantities to buy with. That's literally right? And now they are also telling you the entire process from uses to the refills. So they are kind of edu selling you, which is one of the points that I'm still going to touch on. Just look at the branding, man. Like this is so, so cool. Like look at this. They have the duo, they have the starter kit, they have the refill cans, they have the cook a lot set, they have the gift set. And I told you before now that how you brand a product will be the difference between it being commoditized versus it being something people will fall head over heels for, right? By giving people an option to buy from you and also feel like what they are buying is superior to anything that exists in the market. And I'm just going to stop sharing my screen real quick and then we'll go search for just a regular olive oil can. I'm just going to enter that real quick into here. Olive oil, uh, olive oil pack. So I'm just going to search for this and yeah. Yeah, exactly right. The branding makes it me feel like something about it is better than the existing olive oil. Exactly. So I'm just going to share with you the boring olive oils and then this. So I mean, look at this, right? Look at this is an olive oil that goes for $26.99, which is for a pack of one. This is also an olive oil. Hmm, it's like meh, nothing crazy. It's not something you would necessarily post on your socials, then okay, this branding is cool, but look at this, right? This is what regular olive oil looks like. This is what regular olive oil looks like. Boring, bland, nothing crazy. Just an old product that is as old as man, right? Now look at this. Look at this, right? And then compare them to Graza, right? The thing that makes Graza stand out first is the way it is packaged. And then the second thing that makes it stand out is the branding and the feel that people have when they buy. Like you feel like you're tapping into something cool. Just look at the copy. Look at the copy. Look at the landing page. And I hope I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Look at the copy. Look at the landing page. The subscription that feels good to forget, right? It just looks so nicely executed, so properly done, and makes you feel like you are tapping into something a lot more exclusive. And the fact that they are showing it in use, like they are showing it um, with live videos from Graza, money in your pocket, status for life. Oh, they even name their audience, right? Grazoids. So it's also labeling, right? Positive labeling. They label you in a way that makes you feel like you're part of something. So they have, and then they have several options. They have the starter kit, and it comes with a free funnel. I mean, anyone who wants to use this anyways would have to get a funnel. So the fact that you get, of course, we know it's not free, but they are highlighting it so it makes you feel like you're getting something for free. Then they are telling you an $81 value for $65. The starter kit is the best way to get started with Graza. And they are also highlighting social proof, 2,137 reviews. Nobody likes to be the scapegoat. Nobody likes to be the lab rat for anything. So they are giving you a reason to feel like, yo, you're not new to this. We have people who are doing this. Yeah, it's brilliant copy. I know, right, Aaron? It's like really, really brilliant copy. Um, and they are still giving you more options. And as you can see, then they are showing it in use. And this is so, so sexy. It's such a sexy way to sell a commodity, right? Very, very, the marketing is very, very colorful, very, very bright, very captivating, very premium feel, right? And this is such a cool way to take something that you will never think about and just sell it in a way that people feel drawn into it. People feel like, okay, this is dope, this is amazing, and they want to talk about it. Plus, we live in an Instagram uh, world right now. Like everybody wants to talk about what they are doing. So this has that shareability factor to it, right? I mean, look at this. Who would ever think olive oil will be sold in cans? Like it's like how liquid death took the water industry by a storm and just took over. Like who would think something so boring is something that would be sold like this? Then they are also giving you reason to share about it, right? Friends let friends know about fresh products and content. So it's like when you look at the font, when you look at the landing page, when you look at the marketing, everything is geared towards you taking action. Everything is geared towards you feeling like this is something bigger than what it is, essentially, right? And it makes you want to go, shit, everyone says I don't even use olive oil, but I want to buy it. I making olive oil cool again. Of course, like so you can take something that you would normally find and just make it something that people would want to rave about. Because I don't think there's anyone who will see this and not go, holy shit, I love that. There's no way you will see this and go, wow, right? Like it's so crazy. And I'm going to, go into more details as to why I think this is just super dope. They have the shop the duo, shop just sizzle. shop drizzle, and everything just, and they have this big banner here that is saying save up to 19% on every order. They have different, product images. They have gifs on the website. This is just taking, oh, holy shit, this is so sexy. This is them taking irregular stuff and just making it super cool, and also showing you that, okay, yeah, we've shown you static footages, but this is also the product in use, right? And it's just so perfectly done. Then they are telling you what you get, right? So because people are constantly thinking, oh, what do I get? What makes you different? Why should I buy from you? So they are attacking the conversation that you currently have in your head and make you understand that this is what you get. Plus, they are labeling you, right? Uh, then they're saying first free gift on order number 3. So they're even giving you a reason to come back by saying, hey, you get a free gift when you order by the third time. So because you want that, you're more than likely to come back to order again. And they're telling you the things that you can expect, right? Get our favorite cookbooks, tasty delights, and major discounts from epic brands. Ever heard of Made In? We promise you the best of the best, not some lame pop sockets. Like, so they are literally, the copy is good, the branding is good. The product description is not some boring product description. This is them making something that is very, very old look super, super chic and cool. So their ideal audience isn't necessarily like the old generation that just wants whatever they want as long as the features are there. Here they are appealing to status, right? And that's, I mean, look at this. Just look at this, and then their about page. Everything is just cool, right? Olive oil made for anyone who cooks. This is just premium branding, picked, pressed, and bottled here. They are telling you where it is picked. They are showing you it's just, I mean, look at this. This is just so cool. It makes you want to talk about it, right? Then they are also taking a stance against others, right? Like they don't blend oils to drive down costs. They don't add oils that are not olive oil. Uh, they are actually and this is such a cool way to shade people. They're saying most brands say they are from Italy when they are actually from 5 different places. So in this instance, they are telling you where they are from, so you initially know and you don't experience shock when you discover, oh, it's not from Italy. And they are telling you they do not add chemicals to alter flavor and smell. And it's just, see, they are also showing the team involved. Oh, see, that's such a cool, cool, cool way to sell a commodity. And so when I think someone once asked that does the process I share only work for high ticket offers? As you can see, this is not a necessarily high ticket offer, right? But when you think of the cost of production, I'm sure they're making bank on this because of how it is being sold and how it is being packaged. But just look at the website, look at how everything is done, right? So to me, I think a lot of thought went into this. And this is not just a brand that stumbled upon success, they drove the success about the brand, right? And this is so, so sexy, right? Now, let me now go back to the document and share more. I have a community where I'm documenting how I'm taking Phoenix watches to the $100 million mark. So if you're interested in learning from me, being a fly on the wall to see how we're building a company to $100 million and how you can also build your brand to the $100 million mark, then definitely you should check out the pinned comment of this video. Now, they have the feel of luxury even though they are selling a commodity. And this is something that I tell people, right? Like you can literally tap into status that people have or the status that people want, a sense of belongingness that people want by selling something in a way that people crave to be a part of it. I'll give you an instance. This, I think I talked about the pickleball initially, right? But okay, why would someone want to buy a Ferrari when they could spend the same money on a Toyota? They could spend the money on Toyota or even spend the money on the house. Why do people spend $250,000, $280,000 or more on watches when they could invest that money, right? It's something that shows people constantly beg to belong to something, right? And I read this book by Seth Godin called Tribes, and it talks about how people are secretly begging to be led, right? And so in this instance, they literally turned a regular product, something that anyone can sell, or something that anyone can walk into a store and buy. And they just made it so cool that you would feel like you're missing out for not belonging to this, from the touch and the feel. And this is what I also told you about, right? Like the customer experience isn't just when people have bought from you, it has to start from before people buy from you to when they want to make the purchase, to how they feel during the purchase, to how they feel after the purchase, right? Because you don't want a situation where people have, I'm trying to remember, shit. Um, fuck, I forgot. Uh, you don't want people to go through a purchase and then feel like, oh, was it worth it? I've forgotten what it is called. But yeah, so you have to understand that humans are social animals and they are constantly looking to be a part of something. And if you can deliver on that, if you can tap into that feeling, tap into that emotion. I mean, like Aaron literally just said it now that uh, he doesn't even use olive oil. I also don't use olive oil, right? I don't use olive oil, but when I came across this brand, and shout out to my friend Ari for sharing the video on this that made me, want to dive deeper into this. And then I'm also going to now share more. They sell the process too, right? This is a brand that shows you what the process looks like. And this is also something that I talk about too when it comes to Phoenix watches, right? Like it takes us at least 4 months for us to go from ideation of Phoenix watches to final production. And that's why our products are limited to only drops 3 times a year, right? Because we are constantly reiterating on different things. We're constantly looking at, oh, how can we make the dial look better? How can we make the hands look better? How can we make the straps much more effective? This strap, this watch right here has been tested through several things. I've worn it in the gym. I've used it in the swimming pool. I've worn it in the rain. I've worn it in the sun. I want to make sure that if I'm putting my name behind something, I can vouch for it, right? It's the same way they are also sharing like the entire process. People care about the end product, but they care a lot more when they feel like they are part of something, like you're showing them how you came about the idea, how you executed on the idea, and what the entire process to the finished product looks like, right? It just makes them buy into the brand a lot more. So now they are also eduselling their audience. And I always tell you guys this that you have to not just sell, but also to an extent educate your audience to lower the resistance that the market might have. And I'm going to show you what that looks like on their website. So when people come across it, I mean, like everything here just screams luxury, right? So most olive oil in the USA, including a lot of the extra virgin stuff, is blended from old, low quality, right? High quality olive oils that looks great on your counter but are too expensive to cook with. So they are also highlighting how they are saving you money, constantly doing the us versus them, the font. I mean, this the branding just looks, it just looks great, right? And then olive oil the way it should be, always fresh, never blended, real evil. Bro, like this is just so cool. And the fact that they even have more, yo, I need to find. So there's this extension called Built With that you can use to see what they have on the website. So this is Amplitude. Okay. So with Amplitude, that's what they're using to amplify this. And then there is, of course, there's going to be Google Analytics. They want to know where their audience is coming from. They're definitely running TikTok ads. That's why they have TikTok conversion tracking pixel. They're running Pinterest ads. They are using this to link, yeah, the text, the ad click information in your conversion page URLs. Uh, okay. Font awesome. That's why the font looks cool. So you can use this to check that out. Of course, it is built on Shopify. um, okay, Novel. Okay, so they're using Novel for content and discounts in minutes, native files, open source animation file format providing lightweight scalable animations. Nice. So with this, you can literally just go on the website and look at all the things that they are putting in place. They have Afterpay, they have Shopify Pay, they have Euro, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Facebook Pay. So they make it easy for people who want to make the entire purchases. Oh, they're using share a sale. So this is a way that provides affiliate links, right? For people who come shop from you. So if you shop from them and you want to share with your friend, you can just instantly use the share a sale URL that they generate for you, and boom, you're able to send it to a friend, and your friend makes a purchase and you get a percentage of that. So they are also making their customers their ambassadors, which is super, super cool. I have a community where I'm documenting how I'm taking Phoenix watches to the $100 million mark. So if you're interested in learning from me, being a fly on the wall to see how we're building a company to $100 million and how you can also build your brand to the $100 million mark, then definitely you should check out the pinned comment of this video. But yeah, this is everything that is on their website. Uh, Dive into something new. Literally making something so old, something so cool. I think they really, really executed on this very, very well. And then they are also easy squeezy. So, like I said, their target audience is mainly the Gen Z that loves olive oil. Literally, because this looks super cool. I don't think anyone who's 65 years old and above would find this impressive, but someone who's like 18 to 35 would go crazy about this. So they know their ideal audience, they know what would attract them, they know that this would make them want to share about the brand. And it's kind of brag worthy when you look at how the packaging too is. I mean, look at this. I don't even use olive oil, but they are making my mouth water right now to try it out. they are they are appealing to all senses, from your taste buds to your eyes to how you feel. They are very, very strategic in, yeah, like this is literally making my mouth water to just try out something that was cooked with Graza. And I guess that's why I've been drinking water since. But it's just such a cool way to sell something ordinary. Such a very, very cool way to sell something very, very ordinary. But now let's go to the document so I share more about what I highlighted. So they have very, very simple and effective marketing for olive oils, and it's just a nice way to make something very old look new. And by educating their audience, oh shit, that was what I was going to share initially. But yeah, like by educating their audience, I'm just going to share by educating their audience about why you should use it, why you should buy from them. I think it was on they're giving you reason to want to buy from them and also educating you. So fun things to do with drizzle. You can bake with it. You can use it for frosting, drizzle on labneh. I don't even know what that is, but boy, this looks so good, right? It just looks good. What the F is a canola? Bleach deodorize refined the petroleum of cooking oils. So they really, really got this right. Squeezable promotes a uh, healthy at price, it's cheaper than the rest. Fresh, it will always be fresh. Actually comes from one country. Uh, and yeah, this is such a this is such a cool way to shade anyone, right? And they have so many reviews. They are not trying to appear too perfect, so they have 4.9 stars. Obviously, there are always like in business, there will always be people who just don't like your brand or they didn't like the experience. But you can always learn from those who didn't like your brand. And see, they even allow you to filter down to the 1 star, and you can always learn. So this is okay. Thought this was a no-brainer. I contemplated buying it before I bought it. This was worth the money. This was not worth the money, right? The olive oil, the oil revived was brand said. So this is also a lesson that a brand can improve upon. But I also like the fact that they, as you will see, they have just 10 negative reviews, right? But you don't want to appear too perfect when it comes to like your brand. You also want to show like, oh, okay, yeah, it's not everybody that loves this, but hey, we can always learn from this. However, I mean, like if they have 10 and like how many, let's say how many 5 stars they have. They have 2,000. At the end of the day, the good outweighs the bad, right? Like 2,000 plus reviews. It's just this person says, I finished our first product of Sizzle and it was so nice to just run downstairs to our basement pantry and grab the can to refill it with. We just love Graza, right? This is 18 hours ago. This is 17 hours ago. Delicious. Can't go back to normal grocery oil, olive oil again, right? So they literally made something that was regular. They made it cool. When I first tried it, I thought it was good. A chef friend of mine recommended it to me. The color was that green color that all eye quality olive oils have. Then I tasted it, and it is the only olive oil that I use from now on. Piss, your potato chips are amazing as well. Oh shit, they even sell other things outside of that, right? Anytime I can refill a plastic bottle instead of getting a new one is a big win for everyone. Same delicious oil, better for the world. So they have so many good reviews. I also like the fact that they have wait, so I'm going to clear and then just they have it on here. I mean, there's someone who went through this community and was like, oh, they didn't like the stuff. They said it felt pricey to be a part of Ecom Accelerator. But I'm like, I guess it just wasn't for you, right? But there are people here who still love the community, who still show up, right? So you can't please everyone. It's the same way, and you can say, okay, this is powered by Okendo. So it's the same way when it comes to a brand. You will have people who are disgruntled, who don't like you or who don't like the brand, and then you will have people who will rock with your brand till the end of time, right? You just have to focus on taking the lessons from the ones who don't and executing on it better for the ones who do, and that's it, right? So this is the coolest olive oil brand I've ever seen. I don't even use olive oil. I've never really bought olive oil before. But if I do use olive oil, trust me, I would have bought from Graza. That is the experience that you want people to have when they come to your brand, right? So now I'm going to share their social profile, and then we'll go into their ads too and show you why I think they are just doing amazing right now. This is their Instagram page. Really, really nice. They have the press, reviews, sizzle, drizzle, find us, now drizzling. And that's really it. So they are using their highlights to also sell and educate. It just looks so cool. I mean, look at this. And these are, I think, renders. Yeah, these are 3D renders. I don't think these are studio videos or studio pictures. You can do renders too. Yeah, like their branding is on point from the website to their social media. And they're also showing you it's recyclable. So this is also appealing to the ethers, people who are big on what's it called? Earth, whatever, I've forgotten. I don't know why I'm forgetting my thoughts today. But yeah, you can just pour this, refill it, and boom, it is. And they have people, they have questions here. Uh, and there's also a lot to learn because their customers are on here giving feedback. And I love the fact that they are responsive. So they are taking feedback and working on it, right? There's no brand in this world that is perfect, but as long as you're willing to learn from it, you're going to grow, right? In this instance, the customer is providing a feedback. The oil is really good. So, I mean, you can't satisfy everyone, but hey, they have, look at their branding, look at their content is very, very shareable. It's something that people will want to talk about. They have reels.
Today I'm showing you guys how to make my lady's favorite breakfast. It comes together in 10 minutes. Anybody could make it, and it's super delicious. Start out with a few slices of semolina twist, which is my favorite type of bread. But as always,
So I'm assuming this is also a partnership. Yeah, Cody tries Graza. Uh, this is a partnership with the, yeah. So you see they're leveraging on the partnership with these people to reach a
Sweet chili lime wings, you've got to put these on your list.
Oh, that's good.
They're phenomenal. Full recipe down below. I partnered with
So they are doing partnerships, which is also very, very cool. Which is a way to tap into existing audiences.
We've gotten some feedback that our bags are pretty hard to open, so we're coming up with some creative solutions on how to crack into one of these boys. Careful. And if all that doesn't work, just use some scissors.
Wow, this is really, really good viral marketing, right? And as you can see, this is just appealing to the Gen Z market. And they even sell potato chips, right? uh, we got some feedback lately that our bags of evil potato chips, which are about to sell out again. So kind of driving urgency. Are just a bit too hard to open. To help, we made a video of easy. And also they want UGC content, so they are asking you to try these tricks at home, but just promise you'll film it and send to us, right? So yeah, this is a way to get engagement from their audience. And so, it's hilarious. See, there are so many ways you can market a brand and still get, the right eyeballs on it. They are marketing. Holy smokes. Their marketing deserves a raise because this is simple yet very, very effective marketing and making something that is very old look new. They have their signature product, which is the oils, but then they also have complementary products. Can you imagine? Like, it's such simple yet very, very effective marketing done the right way. It's so cool. This is such this is just so cool, right? Oh, and then high quality content made for socials. But yeah, anyways, this is Graza. Okay, the last thing I was going to touch on is their ads that they are running, and I'm just going to skim over that real quick so you can see what they have running as ads. I chose United States, and they seem to be running 16 ads right now in July, or 16 ads in total. So this is what their ads look like. Oh, they are in store too. They are in Maya. They are in Wegmans. Look, mom, we made it. Wow. So they are driving traffic to in stores, and they are also driving traffic online, which is really, really dope. Fresh time. Nice. Static ads. Static video ads. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, this is such a good way to shade other brands, right? They are placed with other olive oils, but we can see the ones that grab attention immediately, which is their own brand, right? Everything else, every other thing else looks boring. Theirs looks cool. So, like I said, know your audience and speak their language to them. And you're good. You don't have to sell to everyone. You just have to sell to the people who will pay you the money, and the rest is noise, right? Uh, but yeah, I saw Graza. I felt it was amazing, and I wanted to show you why I think they are successful and what I think you can also do when it comes to building a successful brand. Now, I also have someone who I am guiding through this entire process, and he just sent me like a very nice testimonial yesterday. And I'm just like, oh wow, like I'm super proud of you. Uh, so I'm just gonna share this. Okay, oh shit. Unfortunately, you may not really be able to hear the audio, so I'll just go straight to. I would love to share the audio, but it says you won't be able to hear the audio. Let's see. I'm probably going to post it to my stories.
So, bro, hope you're well. Did my first $500 day, which is quite big. So we got a total of $1,400 in sales so far. Spent $1,500 in ads, but really annoying because my Meta bloody ad spend is keep hitting the limit, which is really annoying. But anyways, it'll increase soon, and we'll start scaling. G.
So he just started. And
So, bro.
he had his first $500 day yesterday. I wish I could show. I wish I could show. Okay, it says I have to show the order on the phone. But let me just. This is essentially like $500 yesterday, $400 today, 960 last 7 days. So, and I told him I'm gonna cop some of your pieces, but hey, that's what's up, right? Uh, all it takes is to start, and then eventually you will get results, right? You just need to put in the right idea, have the right execution, and this is very, very possible for anyone who believes in themselves. Uh, with that being said, it is a pleasure. It was fun to share this with you guys. I saw this, and once again, it was not originally my idea. It was Ari who I first saw talk about this brand, but I also wanted to give my own input when it comes to this. And I hope you found value in this. When you are looking to build a brand, the only thing you should focus on, actually, three things you should focus on: innovating differently, standing out from the market, and also caring about how people feel before, during, and after the purchase. I hope you found value in this. Any questions for the next 5 to 9 minutes, and then we can end this?
Can you repeat those three things again, please?
How people feel before, during, and after the purchase, separating yourself from the market, and also making sure, shit, I forgot the third one, but effective marketing, simple but effective marketing. You don't have to go over the top sometimes. Like if you don't have the biggest marketing budget possible, you could just try and experiment with things. The more you try, the more you experiment, the more you explore, the more you will be able to get feedback on what is working and then just go all in on it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Thanks.
No.
I can see you getting really excited about this brand.
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's cool, right? It's such a cool way to
Yeah.
sell something that is old. Like, it's just dope. Oh, by the way, your camera is not even on. Yeah, big man. Yeah. I can't hear you. Your mic is muted.
I was like, man, I don't even use olive oil, but I can see how the branding's so strong. Like, I think if the packaging was terrible, I wouldn't really care about it. If it didn't have pictures of how I'm going to use the product, I wouldn't care about it, even though the website looks nice.
That's the truth. Like, and it doesn't cost much to get stuff like this done. It doesn't cost that much. You just have to be thoughtful about the feeling you want people to have when they get your product, right? Like fonts are cheap to buy. Like you can literally go on Libri fonts and get different fonts that you will use. Uh, I think Vista Print, you can get branding cards and all of that for as low as $5. The cardboard shouldn't, it doesn't cost that much. It's just how it looks and how it feels. When people see stuff like that and they are excited, I mean, I don't even use it. You don't use olive oil and you're excited about something, right? So think about how many people would want to share it just because it looks cool. I mean, you could literally take this to the club and no one will know it's not alcohol that you have in it. That's how crazy it is, right? You could take it to the club and everyone will just be like, oh, what's that guy sipping? What's that guy holding? You may not even sip it. You could just have it with you and everybody's like, oh shit, that is cool, right? So it's the same way when it comes to the way you brand something. You could take something from the feel of, oh, it's just a commodity to, oh, this is something I want to belong to. And the fact that they also label people that belong to the community is a very, very good way to reinforce that communal feeling, right? Like for us, for instance, we call every man who buys a Phoenix watch the Phoenix man, right? We call everyone, they call everyone who buys Graza a Grazoid, right? So it's like how, back in the days, there were Spartans, there were gladiators, like all these little things that people don't really pay that much attention to matter in the long run, right? So it's just so cool to see that they didn't just come into the market to be like a speck in the pan, but to actually make a dent, to make people know that hey, we're here to stay. And I love the fact that they have the review on the website that shows like different reviews, right? Like I literally left the review that someone made on WAP about Ecom Accelerator. I left it there because you can't satisfy everyone, right? But as long as you have people that are satisfied and you take the lessons, because that's another thing. If someone is unsatisfied, there's a reason for that. Maybe their expectations were not met, or the messaging didn't properly communicate what to expect. It still boils down to expectation, fulfillment, and delivery. So now you can go and look at that and be like, oh, okay, people talked about this. Well, let's take it into consideration and then make it a lot better. They have so much feedback on their website, but they are also saying it that, hey, we're still growing and we're still improving. And as long as they take feedback and they execute on it, it will always be better, right? So that's one thing that I like about this brand. And the fact that it's I think 900, no, wait, the industry, let me see, how much, no, how much is the olive oil market? How much is the olive oil market? Because this is as old as man. Bro, the olive oil market, let me just share with you guys. Holy smokes. The global olive oil market was valued at 14.64 billion in 2023 and is expected to go to 15.11 billion in 2024. Ooh, dang. So if they are making if annually this is an industry that is doing 14.6 billion, that's a lot. So to come into that space and make 24 million to 48 million is good. Like I say, if you serve the market, you will get the reward from serving the market, and no one will feel it, right? No one will say, hey, why did you come into this space and make tens of millions, hundreds of millions, right? This is just a very impressive brand. I mean, if you compared Graza to this, which I don't think anyone would think any of these four brands are sexy in comparison to Graza. It just doesn't stand out, right? But Graza does. When you see Graza, you're like, wow. So they olive oil is one of the oldest, most celebrated foods on the planet. Way back in the day, olive oil was made by crushing olives in many ways, most often with stone mills of various types. So it's a very, very old product that is just branded in a cool way. And they are executing properly on it. And this just makes them pay. And it's not high ticket. So for anyone who's thinking, does your process only work for high ticket? This is literally a brand that is not super high ticket, but they found a way to have a hold on the market. And so that is how Graza has innovated and made a killing for themselves in the industry. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Yeah, they did. And it just makes everything feel like, wow, I don't want to miss being part of this. That's literally the approach that I felt they executed on, because I'm sure that, I mean, a $14.6 billion industry has definitely gotten a strong hold on people. Uh, but to come in and speak specifically to a certain audience with their messaging, branding, and their content, they are not appealing to the older generations. They are appealing to people who grew up in a household where olive oil was used, but want something that is chic and Instagram worthy. That's literally the angle that I see this brand has taken. So if you want to build something, you first have to understand your ideal audience, understand where your audience are, and understand how to speak specifically to that audience, and forget about anything else. The moment you're able to do that, everything else is noise, right? Think about this. Like, if you're selling a product and the product is $1,000, you are not going to be talking to anyone who isn't willing to spend $1,000 on the product. It's a waste of effort, right? So you're going to talk to someone who wants to buy $1,000 product. If you're selling a supercar, you're not talking to someone who's broke and struggling. They may look at your content and find it aspiring or aspirational, but they are not in the tax bracket to look at it, right? So you focus mainly on the people who have the interest in buying from you, and boom, just sell to them. And the rest is noise. But yeah, I love this brand. I don't even use olive oil, but I thought it was too good not to share with the members of the community. So I hope you found value into this call. And you can also share in the Discord your key takeaways. I would love that. I mean, matter of fact, that is always something that I look forward to seeing your feedback. It inspires me to want to do more. So please share your feedback in the community, so I mean others can know to show up on calls and they get to interact like this. But yeah, that's it for today's call. See you on the next one. I promise to come with more value.
Thank you. See you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.